Tomorrow on Home and Family, Dylan Neal serves up his latest mystery movie. And actor Rob Lowe stops by.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, right now, a lot of our country is covered with a beautiful blanket of snow. And Maria, we're just looking at some pictures and thinking, gosh, we wish you were there. Well, she has come up with a really creative way to bring some of that beautiful winter wonderland inside with her gorgeous tablescape. I love this idea, and it's so elegant, Maria.
It is, and snow is so elegant. That's why we miss it so much. I miss seeing the
growing
beautiful
up in Michigan
growing
for
up,
you.
exactly.
Oh.
So I'm very jealous of everybody who has the beautiful snow right now. So I wanted to bring it indoors, so wherever you are, you can have your own sort of snowy decor. So you know, I love me a good tablescape. And as you can see here, I made these beautiful snowflake chargers that you can use to decorate. And I, of course, added a little bit of lighting that we'll go into as well, the little touch with one of my favorite craft supplies. But doing this can really just put that sort of like bring the outdoors in.
Sure, and elevate your dinner table.
Absolutely.
And it's very simple to make. I can't believe all we need is balsa wood, an X-Acto knife, and hot glue.
So my mission, when Debbie came over, she's like, oh, it's wood. How are you not cutting this with a jigsaw? So my whole idea with this, Deb, is I wanted to create that look of wood. This is called balsa wood. You can see here, I've done projects with it before. I wanted to create that look of the wood without using the jigsaw or any kind of power tool. So you can get this at your local craft supply store. You could potentially get it online. I searched high and low, found it at the craft supply store. So in order to get started with the chargers, I wanted to figure out my size. So generally for your dinner plates, they're about 12 inches, the really big ones, and I usually use ones that are about 10 inches. So that's important because you want to be able to see the outside of your snowflake when you have it out. So I did 15 inches, and that's what I did here. So you can see, let's say this is about 15 inches here. I want to show you how easy this is to cut. So grab your X-Acto knife. You want your blade to be really, really sharp. And so what you can do is you can score it a few times too.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Well, look at that. It takes just a little bit of that.
Whoa.
And this is easy. I'm going to turn it real quick and show you. Look at when you do your edges like that.
Oh my gosh.
That is how easy you can do. So I did that for the top and the bottom, and to create my sort of cross to start with my my snowflake, I did the same length and cut a half of an inch on both sides so that you can see this is our cross here. Now, what we want to do is to create our other details. So what I figured out here, truly, so you can see I have my templates here. I wanted to create this in a way that I wasn't beating myself over the head with like exact measurements and like doing all that. So what I did is I grabbed just one of the pieces, and you can see it kind of like cushions in your, or this is the side, right here. There you go. It cushions in like that. And what I did to find this out, I had just like a normal piece like I just cut, and I just marked it with the X-Acto knife and cut it, and then I created a template, because when you have your dinner party, you are going to have multiple tables, or multiple settings that you're going to want to create, at least 4, right? Just to make it look pretty. And when you're doing that, you want step and repeat. So you saw how I had it all laid out, and I would recommend doing that so that way you're not driving yourself crazy.
And not only that, I'd like to point something out too, if anyone's going to do this at home. I like that you cut this and put it around, because if she were to glue them on top of each other, then your plate is going to be wobbly.
Exactly, and that was one of the things when I was trying to figure out how to do this. I'm like, balsa wood is actually really thin and really easy. I wonder if I could actually get away with covering it on top of each other.
But it was still wobbly.
And I couldn't. So you can see all I'm doing to put it together is using some hot glue. And you can see that's all it takes.
Fun.
I know, it's so fun. Okay, so then, now you can see I have this in here, and I won't bore you anymore with my gluing. Besides, then these are the details. So you can see here, I cut these at no specific, I just literally grabbed one, and I was like, I'm gonna freehand it. And so what I did then is I grabbed this, and I used a template. So then I did cut all down this whole thing.
Put them
you guys,
around.
these are
easy
like
to make.
$2 for one of these things.
And they look very expensive. If I saw this on someone's dinner table, truly at a dinner party, I would think they spent hundreds of dollars on all these place settings. And then you went back, you could leave them natural because they're very beautiful, natural, and sort of Scandinavian looking.
Yes,
you went back and put a light coat of paint on them.
Yeah, so I wanted to show you both what they looked like, white and plain. So you can see these two are just the wood, and then I sprayed this one. So in terms of what you want to look for in terms of paint, I recommend doing a very light coat of just a white spray paint, and I recommend that because you could potentially, because it is the balsa wood, it could bow. So that's what you don't want to do. And anyways, and if you are someone who loves puzzles, this is, to quote Orly, highly satisfying when you're done with it.
Highly satisfying. Step and repeat.
Yes.
Now, you could have stopped there, but you're still going to elevate your tablescape even more by making cute candle holders that are snowflakes. with one of your favorite craft supplies, which is clay.
So what do we say? I made it almost 2 weeks. This is the 13th.
Oh,
I almost made it 2 weeks without using clay.
No,
How
it's
dare
impossible.
I?
She
So
loves
here, I had to add it in. This is just oven baked clay, like we said.
Okay.
It's really easy to use. These are just cookie cutters. And so so you can see over there, what I recommend doing is doing a few different heights for these. And the reason being is if you didn't do that, it could potentially be wobbly.
Okay.
And we're working with candles here, especially if you're using, the real candles and you want it to be secure. So all you do is cut it out with your little cookie cutter.
Cute.
And then you know what I did for my sizing? I grabbed whatever candle I was using and I do this and I kind of pushed it down.
Oh, great idea.
And I grabbed my X-Acto knife. Of course, you're going to have to change the blade after this.
Okay.
But I just took this and cut this. And you could and it doesn't even have to be perfect. You can see here and pop it out, and that's really
that,
it.
Maria.
And so do a couple of these. Make sure that after you do it, you put your candle back in, and it's going to fit. Bake it at whatever the instructions are according to the package, because every brand could potentially be different. Layer them up. You can even glue them together just for security.
Good idea.
And that's all you need, and you have beautiful lighting that's festive as well.
How cute is this? And the whole thing is probably less than 20 bucks.
Oh my gosh, yes, it's so easy.
Very impressive. Thank you, Maria. For full instructions, you all can visit hallmarkchannel.com.
Coming up on Home and Family, celebrity dermatologist Dr. Sonia Batra reveals if your favorite lip balm is actually causing more harm than good.
Sometimes those funky flavors and colors are actually much more irritating.
And Ken uses a new technique to add amazing style to our pillows.
Such huge impact for very little money.